F1 fans, and welcome to Fans Forum, the place where we put you in pole position, front and centre of the conversation. We got some really exciting things coming for 2025, so make sure you subscribe, hit the like button and get the comments going on our content. And a reminder as well that we're still running our launch competition. All you need to do is head over to Instagram and follow us at Fans Forum and our friends at Revival Racing Co, and you could be in with a chance of winning £100 worth of F1 merchandise. Now for this video, I wanted to delve a little deeper into the top 4 teams in Formula 1 and their prospects for the upcoming season. We've run a couple of polls via Instagram and some of the results have been pretty surprising. But of course, what made the 2024 season so exciting was by the midway stage, we had 4 teams and 7 drivers, sorry Checo, that could potentially win races. McLaren ended up taking the top spot in the Constructors' Championship, followed by Ferrari. Somehow Red Bull managed to finish in 3rd, even though Max secured his 4th World Championship, and Mercedes finished in P4 in the Constructors, which is their worst finish since 2012. So let's start with the Constructors' Champions, McLaren. Clearly they've got a championship winning car, but will all remain friendly between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri if they're both towards the top of the Drivers' Championship at the end of the season. Lando got his first race win in 2024 at the 110th time of asking, and then he got a little bit of a flavour for it, 4 in total across the 2024 season. He's got the machine, but does he have the mentality to lift that Drivers' Championship? In fact, the interesting stat midway through the season last year was that he lost positions in 7 Grand Prix starts. So again, it's about when the pressure is on him, can he still perform? Lando's played a great role in the team so far. Firstly as a rookie, then he was the experienced head alongside a rookie. But how's he going to react if his teammate this season in 2025 also starts to shine? Will he be able to maintain a level head? McLaren do owe him though, remember, because when things weren't going well for them in 2022, he didn't complain like every other team member. He just knuckled down and got to work. And now employing Andrea Stella looks like a masterstroke. Alongside Lando, you've got Oscar Piastri, and it appears the hype was real. After coming through the Alpine Drivers Academy, he won GP3 and F2 titles back-to-back, but then Zach Brown pulled off the masterstroke of convincing the young Aussie to join McLaren. In his debut season, he secured his first podium at Suzuka, and it only took him 35 races to secure his first Grand Prix win. The young Aussie gives off an air of calm and cool, but will it remain if he's up the top of the Drivers' Championship standings from the outset next season? For me, this one all comes back to leadership and strategy from Andrea Stella. They've got harmony within the team, but they need to maintain those papaya rules. It's secured the first Constructors' Championship since 1998. Now all they need to do is tick off the first Drivers' Championship since 2008. Now let's turn our attention to Ferrari. With the weight of a nation on your shoulders and no Constructors or Drivers' Championship since 2008, I think it's probably a good idea if you bring in the guy that has won the most championships, has the most race wins, podiums, fastest laps, and then you're guaranteed success, right? Lewis Hamilton has arrived, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. The machine and the processes look like they've now been put in place since the arrival of Fred Vasseur. But we have seen Hamilton struggle a bit in the Mercedes last season, perhaps because it was a car that was being favoured towards his teammate George Russell. But Lewis has now joined a team where the car has clearly been favoured towards his new teammate since 2021. It's going to be really interesting because, of course, Lewis's arrival has put literally billions onto the share price of the manufacturer. So he's going to have some serious weight in that garage. And alongside the GOAT, you've got the golden boy of Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, who has begun to deliver once again. 3 race wins last season, including the prestigious Monaco and Monza for the Tifosi. But what we've learned about Charles, like a couple of the next generation coming through, when the pressure's on, they falter. Charles was going toe-to-toe with Max back in 2022 in the early part of the season, but when the expectation rained down, he fell apart. So it'll be interesting when he looks across the garage and sees the greatest of all time. Can he still deliver? what we're beginning to see is it's not quite as easy as it seems when the pressure for the win is on. Turning our attention to Red Bull, a man who does deliver when the pressure and expectation is on is Max Verstappen. He secured his 4th consecutive World Championship last season, cementing his place as the greatest driver of a post-Lewis Hamilton generation. But the devil is in the detail. It was in an Adrian Newey designed race car. Will that come into play next season? No doubt though, whatever Max is driving, he will be in the hunt for race wins and most definitely podiums. Now the big pressure in Red Bull racing is that second seat, and it belongs to Liam Lawson now for the 2025 season. He's the 4th man to take on the challenge after Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon and now Sergio Perez has fallen by the wayside. Sorry Sergio, but it is criminal that a car that has secured the Drivers' Championship doesn't finish at least in 2nd place in the Constructors. For Lawson though, the biggest challenge is, of course, it is a Max bespoke designed car. And Alex Albon went on record to talk about how specific and sensitive that driving style is. So how long is it going to take Liam Lawson to come to terms with the style of the RB21? And also, did Adrian Newey hold back any of his secrets for his move to Aston Martin? So if it's merely an average car, it's a big ask for Liam Lawson to regularly drag it onto the podium. And speaking of uncompetitive machinery, Mercedes have got to come good at some point, haven't they? They came clean last season and told us that they needed to recalibrate their wind tunnel. But how do you go about accelerating that design process whilst replacing the GOAT and bedding in a rookie? Leading the Silver Arrows now, you have George Russell, who put down a marker off track by standing up to and publicly calling out Max Verstappen. Russell is a 3-time race winner now, and he proved to us in Vegas last year that he does have the ability to go across a Grand Prix weekend without putting a foot wrong. But the next stage up, it is a big ask to lead such a huge race team and their mountain of fans. That is, if many of those fans haven't converted to red. And then we have the rookie Kimi Antonelli, who comes with his own hype as the next Max Verstappen, as well as the weight of an Italian nation who haven't seen a driver's champion since 1953. Antonelli's announcement was such a big deal that even F1 president and CEO Stefano Domenicali was involved. And in his first public outing, Kimi Antonelli, in a Mercedes, on a race circuit, in Italy, you know what happened. Yep, we all do. And now, in 2025, he's going to be racing in Grand Prix for points and big money. So what's going to keep fans and sponsorship partners happy? Is it going to be wins? Is it going to be podiums? Or is it going to be just points? We will see. And that's your roundup for the top 4 of next season's Formula One World Championship. But don't forget to let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Subscribe, like, and enter our launch competition. The video should be on screen for you to click now. We'll see you soon back here at Fans Forum for all things Formula One.